Bourbon and Boxing, EP.61 Mexican Showdown. Canelo versus Munguia heats up Vegas.
Good morning, everybody, man. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Boxing, man. A big week for boxing. And, of course, your host, the Chef Jeff, and
Big Spade.
Going to bring you all that news this morning, man. Kind of get you guys re-updated on everything that's going on in boxing. Of course, we all know the big news all week. Ryan Garcia, allegedly, and I'm not going to say allegedly, man. It's coming back that he failed these Vada tests, the test before the weigh-in and the test after the fight, is being alleged that he failed both of these tests for a drug called Osteron. I don't know if you know what Osteron is. You work out a lot, and I know you don't fuck with no supplements like that.
Yeah.
But Osteron,
I don't even take protein powder for real. So
yeah, because a lot of that shit, man, you don't really know what's really in that powder, man.
It's human made. It ain't natural.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around with it.
Yeah, but Osteron is a performing enhancing drug that is supposedly a safe steroid. That's how they sell it, but it's not really. It's been seen in science that it's not healthy for you. But it supposedly doesn't attack the heart like the steroid does. It goes and it only affects and targets the muscle and energy and helps your body, pretty much your muscle tissue, rebuild itself after you work out. So it's like helps it build itself back up faster. It makes you faster, stronger, your reactions better. Uh Also, of course, makes it bigger. These are all things we saw out of Ryan in that Devin fight. We saw him look faster. He looked bigger than he's ever looked.
He looked bigger, so I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna say
looked,
faster because he always been fast, but
he was fast.
He definitely looked it bigger, and I wasn't getting that. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Now that we all played, and not to cut you off, not to say like we probably like I don't know, like, cause I wanted Devin to win, but I also wanted him to be humble himself, get humbled a little bit too.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, did we really want to see him be humble so bad that we ignored the shit with Ryan Garcia, like the sides, the antics, because steroids, how he was acting crazy.
Yeah.
That shit could play a mental part too. And then
Yep.
I gotta give a shout out to Mace on It Is What It Is, and Mace and Cameron. Mace said it like, man, he might be on coke or something, like how he acting. And that came to me like he is acting awfully strange. Like he be off 1 minute, then he be on. Like, and we all know, like,
up and down. You don't know what you were getting.
Roller coaster.
He definitely. I saw the energy side where you always like that. You guys talk about the coke, and was he on cocaine because he seemed so energetic, right?
Right.
That's part of Osteron. It makes you energized. It energizes you. So that is part of that drug also. He now claims that it came from what's it called? Ashwag Ganda. Ashwagandha is what he's claiming it came from. Now, Ashwag came out. Hold on, motherfucker. That ain't in our shit. We don't put Osteron on. And also, what debunks that for me is that he says it's Ashwagandha. Now, they can go to the store, the New York Commission, whoever's going to investigate this, they'll go buy that product and they'll test it. Now, the problem I have with that is the FDA has really strict labeling laws, especially in the US, where you have to pretty much put what's in that product. You know what I mean? You have to let it be known. Now, there's other ways of getting Osteron in the back alley out of a trunk from China that they ship over. They put that shit and they boil it up in flasks, resell it in the gyms, all that other shit. So there's another way of getting it that he may have come across it. And if you're doing that, then you know what you're doing. You know what your intentions are. If you're going to a back alley, a trunk of a car, to a guy in the gym to get your product from, then you know what your intentions are. And I think Ryan completely 100% knew his intentions. He
Yeah,
knew he couldn't lose. A must-win fight. I have to win this fight. His whole reputation was on the line with
yeah,
this fight.
yeah, hell yeah. And I'm gonna say this too though, like when he was in camp, when you in camp for real, you don't split up with your coach for real unless they got like another one of their main fighters fight. He was away from Derek James too much for him to be in camp. Like the
Yeah.
videos and like he was away too much. Like I feel like if when you training with your coach, you don't go nowhere.
Mhm.
You don't go to California. If you're doing a press run, yeah, of course. But when you supposed to be training, he was at other spots and like I don't know. The shit was just weird. Like, and I was thinking that like, damn, why he ain't at where what training you with your coach damn near 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, even if
Yeah.
it's staying down in Dallas, you got a Airbnb, you down there, like you was too here and there. Like, you feel me? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
Man,
know. If he cheated
now,
like that, then
I
his
mean, they're saying like I was watching a show earlier in the week on Inside the Ropes. I always forget the abbreviation for it, but it was Dakota on there, and he was talking to a boxer out of California, called himself the Vibe. I don't know much about him. I'm going to check him out, but he was claiming that in the gym in California, his buddy goes to the same gym that Ryan goes to, and they were saying that Ryan was walking around at 170 all day the entire time at training camp in this gym. He was bigger than he was like light heavyweight. Like,
yeah.
he's at that 170, you know, weight, and he was big. And they're like, the whole training camp, he was walking around at 170. They say that he was probably 155 going in the weigh-in. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Had to cut that weight down to 143. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot in my opinion. Like, number one, boxing, boxing. Like, clean the shit up, bro. Like, it's getting embarrassing.
This what I'm saying though. So if he took a test before, so they didn't know before the fight that he.
No, they won't. They didn't get like that's what gets me. Now, here's another thing. Now, this whole VADA testing depends on your promotional team, and sometimes your fighters have to, like Floyd, always demand it. If you fight me, you're doing a VADA test.
Yeah.
Fight anybody that doesn't do a VADA test. He was kind of the one that really pushed that shit, the VADA testing. It's an Olympic style testing. So he pushed that out. Most guys don't put they'll put drug testing in there, but they go the cheaper route and let the promotional company choose who does the testing. This was about the testing, but because the way boxing does it, what's the point to test the guy before the fight if you're not going to get the results till after the fight? Like, that makes no sense. That's a waste of money when you could be doing it ahead of time. To me, this is a problem too. Boxing has to have mandatory drug testing. I don't care if
Yeah.
you're fighting or if you're
Look.
not fighting. If you consider yourself a professional boxer, whatever promotional company you are with must you must provide random drug tests. In my opinion, man, these guys don't get unless they have a fight, they don't get tested. So the whole time they might be in training camp, just and they don't have a fight scheduled, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want. And then when they schedule a fight, then they can dumb it down, get it out of their system before the drug test comes along before the fight. So
Right.
that's a big loophole that I see, a big issue. And it just starts with boxing doesn't have a sanctioning body that looks over, makes one set of rules, has a committee that holds, promotional companies uh, liable for making sure that the guy doesn't come in dirty like Ryan did. And like you said, his antics may have we ignored it. We
Mm.
saw it. I mentioned it myself saying, "Hey, I think
We ignore it, but we ignore why or how.
well,
Re-
the alcohol. everybody's like, oh, well, he's drinking, so he blew up because he was drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first thing everybody initially went with.
And what if that was his? That was probably his.
Yeah,
His.
his way of setting up. Oh, look, I'm drinking, I'm partying. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm
Nah, the
getting big.
drink
I ain't
probably
living that life.
why
But
he
he
was
was ripped, and
motherfucker
it
was
didn't make no sense. Like,
yeah. How motherfucker was like he blew up because of the drinking,
mhm,
not knowing he was really taking that drug. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't
yeah,
no telling though. I mean, if he did that and it come out or whatever, he did that because it ain't. He still. It came out he was dirty, but they still do tests. It's like the what's her name? Bo whatever.
and
Alicia.
yeah, Lisa Bluewater. She cleared her name. She
Nah, they
proved
ain't clear her name. She was
they didn't.
dirty.
She didn't clear. I thought they cleared her. I thought
Nah,
she cleared her name.
she was dirty, but it was she didn't know how it happened. Like
So
basically, I
she
was
couldn't
dirty,
explain
but
it. Well,
huh?
what the rule is that you are 100% liable for anything that goes in your body as
Yeah,
a
nah,
fighter.
she was dirty. She was
Yeah,
dirty. That's why she ain't fought yet, cause she was dirty.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
I
dirty.
told you she looked ripped at that Clarissa fight. Like she looked fucking ripped.
But
Like,
she always been ripped though. So she been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Cause the bitch always been on some rip shit.
well, you got to remember before the Terry Harper fight, she had lost what 2 or 3 fights. She
Nah,
was on a
he lost
she
one fight.
she was on like well, I know she was either coming off a loss or a bad loss before the Terry Harper fight, where she knocked Terry out silly, and then that's when she kind of went on her run.
Yeah.
Got the Michaela Mayer fight, bigger fights like that. Proved herself in a couple fights before that. I'm a big fan of Alicia. Uh, I like her. You know what I mean? But it's like you said, I thought she cleared her name. Is what I was under the impression
Nah,
that she actually cleared
dirty.
her name. But
Nah,
to find out she
dirty.
didn't, that kind of makes it a little different for me.
Yeah,
Uh,
she was dirty.
you know, and
And we
not
just
throwing any shade at her,
did
but just
like
the fact,
she cleared that like she didn't know basically like
yeah,
whatever
that
take basically like whatever I took, I ain't know that shit was in it basically or whatever the case may be. But yeah, the bitch was dirty for sure.
yeah. Well,
And
there's
and,
a
and, and she stopped messing with Tony Harrison and he from Detroit. So she stopped training with him when this now look. And Detroit is close to you could get steroids and shit because they back Canada and all that shit. So
mhm,
they known for steroids up that way. So it's
okay,
ironic how she stopped training with Tony Harrison and shit soon as that shit came out. Then she went up. You know what I'm saying? She
yeah,
ain't in
yeah,
her corner and shit no more. So
yeah.
it's
She
like,
wasn't training in Ohio. She was training up in Michigan, wasn't she?
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
hold on. You ain't on these roids no more. I mean, you ain't training with him no more. They known for having steroids. If you know that you know, they known
mhm,
for having steroids up that way. And
man,
this all happened when, and then you went up. You was on a win streak with him. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So now when the steroids shit come out, you cut him off. Y'all ain't training no more with each other. He ain't training you no more. Just you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got to peep shit. If you know them steroids be up.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. You know
That
you know.
that's definitely wild. Now let's get to Devin Haney's part. I think if this comes out that all this is true, Ryan went in with bad intentions, with the knowing fact that he was on steroids, he was on not even steroids, performing enhancing drug. Let's say he knew all this. Devin Haney should set a precedent for other boxers to follow. Fuck the no contest. I don't care if you take the L off. I don't want the fucking dub. I'm gonna take your ass to court. I'm gonna sue you for breach of fucking contract
Yeah.
because it's no different than any other company league. If I go in, I sign a contract, and that contract states that I'm to do this on that job, and I don't do that, the company's not going to follow through. One, with that contract. Two, I take a chance of getting sued for not following or breaching the contract.
Mhm.
Haney should absolutely go in and say, look, this loss not only will cost me millions in revenue because of the bad attention that it brings to me. 2, you put my life on the line. 3, you didn't follow through. You didn't make 140 like the contract stipulated. You didn't pass the drug test like the contract stipulated.
But see that one, him not making that 140, he still agreed. You know what I'm saying? So
Which might make more of a liability on his part,
yeah,
but agreeing to a 143 to a guy you thought was clean compared to 143 with a guy that is on steroids or
yeah,
performing
yeah,
enhancing drug, whatever we want to call it.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
That's a knowing something makes your opinion like is going to change what his choice might have been. If they say, hey, not only did he missed weigh in at 143, Devin, but he also failed this drug test. If that information is in front of Devin Haney, there's no way he fucking takes that fight.
Right,
No way. He's going to be like, nah, I'm walking away from that. Once
right.
again, the reason a drug test should be presented before the fucking fight makes no sense to have testing that comes out after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
None at all, man.
Yeah, they
And
don't.
like boxing has to clean shit up, man. I think it starts here in the U.S. with
But
the sanctioning body. Like it's got to happen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I ain't giving Devin no excuses though, cause
No, no.
Frank Martin beat a motherfucker on steroids, beat his ass. So at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is with that. Like I feel it and all that, but the same Frank Martin beat the I forgot the dude that called himself Ali. He was on steroids, and Frank Martin beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know,
And I get no excuses at all. Devin took that loss, but that's a different fight with a Ryan at 140.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And even if we knew Devin had a suspect chin, and even at 140, Ryan had the power to really catch Devin. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But if you look at how Ryan went into that fight, he went in reckless. He knew Devin didn't have power, so he wasn't worried about getting caught by Devin. He went in completely reckless. You remember what he tried that he tried the same thing with Tank in round 2. Just swing in and just I'm gonna take that chance, and then he got knocked down. But he just went in reckless. But I don't know, man. If it comes out true, you gotta suspend him, make it a no contest,
yeah.
take
You got
that
to
take
take
the
that
L off, you
record.
know. Yeah.
But at the same time, too, though, all that's cool, man. The steroids and all that. I ain't gonna say, oh yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, you still kept getting hit with the same punch.
Yeah.
Your
But
defense, your
hey,
defense still off.
but the speed, like Ryan's fast. But
Yeah,
the way he was throwing that left,
I can't say.
man, I'm
I
telling you, bro.
always can't throw that left like that.
And with a
I don't
guy
think
like Devin, who
that.
is really good at defense, to get caught
Man,
like that with that punch
I
over
don't
and
think
over,
he good
that
at
don't
defense.
make sense, man.
I don't think he good at defense, bro. Everybody say that he's not
Maybe
defense
he's fooled me
good,
into thinking
bro.
that he is. Maybe he's fooled me into thinking
No,
that he's good
the
at defense,
the,
but
the
that
box.
Loma fight, I felt like
Analysts
he
made y'all think that he's good at defense. If you go back and watch the Lomachenko fight, which I thought he won, his defense was fucking trash. The only way his defense looked good is when he able to use his jab, which was against Kambosos, and stay on his jab. His
yeah,
defense
Cambosa's
not that
shitty
good,
though.
bro.
Like
Dude gets hit, bro. He gets hit. When you say
and
the defense, you gonna say Shakur. When you Tank got better defense.
yeah. I get that. Yeah, Tank's really defensive.
His
Shakur,
defense ain't what y'all think it is. His
yeah.
defense, no, bro. No.
Maybe he fooled me. He fooled me into thinking like just thinking that he had good defense. And plus the
When you
caliber
fighting a
before
bum, of course the defense look good. When you fighting a bum,
before he fought Loma, he really had fought nobody. If you
yeah,
think about that,
he
like he
beat
really never
both.
fought
Like,
anybody before Loma. Kambosa, you can't even put him on that list. Australians love Kambosa, but I'm going to tell you what, Australia, Kambosa, he's overrated. He he is the Buster Douglas of our generation. He had his 15 minutes of fame by beating Lopez, and he'll
Low,
get the break speed off of him by Loma. Loma's
Lopez.
gonna destroy him, bro.
Going,
Loma's gonna fucking destroy Kambosa.
yeah.
Like that's just not even gonna be a fight, in my opinion. But I don't know. All right, man. Other news, man. Some sad news,
Ooh.
guys.
Go
Some
ahead.
sad news,
Go.
bro.
I ain't hear you bring this. I'm gonna bring it up after this.
Beterbiev injured. Beterbiev versus Bivol postponed on June
What?
1st. Yes.
I ain't hear that, bro.
Yes. Now I forgot. I heard something about a tricep, something like that with Beterbiev. So there's no makeup date yet, but they are saying that it will be made up. How long it's going to happen, if it even happens in this summer. But my question is does the 5-versus-5 still go on? Is that good enough to still carry that
Yeah,
June 1st
hell
card?
yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so too. Because but do you still need to bring in another main card on that
No,
5-versus-5? Because you had that as your undercard.
no, you don't. For real.
Do you move Zhang and Wilder to the main event?
No.
No. Who do you move up to the main event? Nick Ball and Ford? Oh. I would move Nick Ball and Ford to the main event.
Yeah,
Absolutely, bro.
yeah. Cause they
That
both
fight,
he a champion, like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's gonna be a fucking banger, bro. Raymond Ford, Nick Ball, move that to the main event. That's a banger. But I have a feeling they're gonna move Zhang and Wilder to that main event.
You know why though? That comes into what I wanted to say. You
Go
know
ahead.
you have to fight Jared Anderson after this.
That's what I'm hearing. But man, we talked about this. They're making these fights ahead way
So
too soon,
what?
bro.
So
And you know what sucks is that I'm always advocating for fights to happen, but this style, I'm like, whoa, hold on. If he loses, there's no with Wilder, there's no like okay with Virgil Ortiz, the guy he was fighting. We're like, yeah, this is a walk in the park. He'll beat this guy, and then he'll go face Tim Suzuki. But Wilder, we don't know what the fuck we're gonna get with Wilder.
yeah.
Is he gonna
I'm
come to fight?
saying it should be a split. Like whoever win that fight after that, fight Jared. Not
Yeah,
okay, automatic.
Not
But
just Wilder. Put
But
Zhang in there with
I
Jared.
feel like even if Wilder loses, it's still a step up fight for Jared, no matter what, because it's still a different level of fighter that you fight. Even though Wilder lost, it's still something under your resume because he was a champion. You feel me? But I also think too they should whoever win out the fight should be able to fight Jared. Like they should make it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
Instead of just saying,
he'll
"Hey,
get a
this
better.
guy."
It'll be better on his resume instead of going in if Wilder lose and he end up fighting Wilder. Because if he beat Wilder, it's over for Wilder. It's done. He done.
Yeah, exactly.
If he lose this, it's over for Wilder. But it's
Now,
like okay. But it's like okay too though. Like all right, Wilder loses or not, now he's a gatekeeper for Jared Anderson to get his foot in the door. So it really don't matter which person he fight. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
Wilder's still gonna be a gatekeeper. Right now, it's just like it's a balance on okay, y'all both came off of losses to Parker. Let's see who we gonna elevate and let's see who we gonna make the gatekeeper. But we both know y'all gatekeepers, but we gonna put this one into a better situation. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. But even though Wilder, they looking like, okay, Wilder just lost. Even if he win or lose, he's still gonna be a gatekeeper because it's gonna be hard for him to get to a world title again. It's
yeah.
gonna be harder, ain't he? He gonna have to win 3 straight. Mac
Yeah, Mac
KO. Like,
Miller.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And I don't see him
brother.
doing it no time soon.
Yeah, I got 2 questions for you. Number 1, is Parker versus Anderson the better fight?
Yes.
I would rather see that. Absolutely. Number 2, if Wilder goes out and looks like the Wilder of old and absolutely just destroys Zhang, what does that mean for Big Baby Anderson? Can he win that fight?
Get on your shit. This is
Like,
the fight you
you better
need.
be motherfucking ready.
Get on
Like,
your shit. This is
you're
the
gonna
fight.
step up. If Wilder comes out and looks like the Wilder old, I kind of favor him against Anderson because of the size and his power. And if Anderson uses that lean back, he's gonna get fucking caught. But his activity is what I like about
They
Anderson.
working on that
It,
lean.
yeah, he's
They
got to get
working
rid
on
of
that
that
right
against
now.
especially bigger
We
fighters,
all
bro.
see it. We all seen it. He heard it, and
You can use it against the smaller guys. You can't use that against bigger guys. They're gonna fucking catch you.
Yeah, he been working with Bosey, um Boost Ennis daddy. So I know they
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
So I feel like he'll understand. Because if you get
yeah,
clipped back, fucker, you might not be able to come back from
yeah.
that.
You can't get
But
clipped by Wilder.
I
That
seen you battle tested too and get clipped back, and you stayed on your shit. So it's
yeah,
just
and Martin's a good champ, bro. Martin was a good former or was he a champion? Yeah, he was a champion at one point, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Think so. Yep, I think so.
yeah. All right, all right. Yeah, I love that opportunity, but like I said, with a guy like Wilder, it's so iffy. It's just like you said, should be Zhang the winner, Zhang or Wilder. Even though I think Parker exposed something on Zhang that we knew but didn't really pay attention to. He's like a 30-second guy.
Yeah,
He's gonna come out first
yeah.
30 seconds. If you can survive that, you can catch him.
And Wilder, we know Wilder.
He gets in that fat boy mode. Yeah,
Yeah,
he gets in that fat boy mode. Breathing heavy, hands down. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that could be dangerous for if and Wilder could, keep
and he
that
stay
distance.
right
But
there in front of you.
yeah, Wilder can't stand in front of Zhang. No,
I'm
he's got
saying,
to.
but he's standing right in front of. He can't stand right in front of Wilder either, though.
No, not after 30 seconds. He'll bang with him the first 30
Yeah, that's
seconds,
what I'm
and he
saying.
has that chance.
That After that, his ass is grass.
You better start moving, big boy.
And then we know Wilder battle tested. You know that shit he did with Parker. Parker a little than Wilder. So
Yeah,
that shit might not work on Wilder. That he might them punches might not affect him as much as
yeah,
it did to Parker. You know what I'm saying? So and then you
yeah. I
got to
mean,
think Parker never got to really feel Wilder power because he took it away
uh,
from him. So
well, yeah, he just never threw any fucking punches. Like
yeah, that's the
I
thing.
was
He
like,
took that shit
ah,
away. So
yeah, like you
you
can't
know.
win a fight if you ain't throwing punches, bro. Like
It's to each
so,
own with this fight. I feel like you know, Wilder. He
it's just-
he he could last. He could swim to the other side of the ocean. Zane can't, but he can't stay in front of Zane, and Zane can't stand in front of him. We
no,
both know that. So
Zhang's
it's
not
like,
mobile though.
that's what I'm
Zhang's not a
saying.
mobile dude.
So where he gonna go to when he slip that hand in there? Cause he gonna get it off on him. I
Yeah,
guarantee. Cause he
yeah, he's
done
got to. He knows that this is a second opportunity. Not many times does a promotional company after you come and bomb like he did against Parker. Like,
yeah.
and I say bomb because he didn't perform,
He worked.
not that he just lost.
He
He just
probably
didn't
had an off
perform.
night though, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think he's thinking too much on the new shit instead of going with the old shit and making the old shit better. Like y'all trying to switch his style,
yeah.
but it's hard when you started boxing at a late age and this ain't what you've been working on. You got to make his style better. Don't change the whole fighter because he
Yeah, keep that
damn near
dog in him.
40. You
Keep
can't
that dog in him, bro.
yeah,
Like,
don't try to now get him to throw more punches and sneak his like how Derrick James got Ryan to throw his right hand and sneak it
mhm,
in there. I mean his right hand and sneak it in there a little bit.
yeah,
Okay, you do that with his offhand because they know his
yeah.
power hand is coming, but at the same time, don't take that shit away from him and now try to make him a boxer. That shit is over with.
No, absolutely not. He's at that age where he just
He
needs to
already
do what he
proved it
does
ain't gonna
best.
work though. He already proved it against one of
I
the
I
best.
would I would hope that he's smart enough to see that too. That
Yeah,
him himself saying, "Hey, I get you trying to make me this, but this is who I am.
yeah.
Let me be that guy."
And
Right.
not only that, just have him switch it up. Stab at the bottom with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Go under and
yeah,
then come over top. Do tricks with that
yeah,
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all gotta be you know what I mean?
yeah,
Fake. fake it a little bit, like you about to throw it. Fake it, just slip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Those
saying?
some
Don't
feints.
take it away. You ain't got to change him. And, oh yeah, you got to jab, jab, and slip, be slick. Nah, just showing tricks with that motherfucker,
Yeah.
throwing it soft sometimes, fooling the motherfucker. Like, you ain't got to throw it
Yeah.
without forcing. You feel me?
Yeah. Show him how to
2,
set
1,
that
2.
right up.
Pop that
Yeah.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He need
Throw some
Derrick James,
jabs
bro.
over the
He
top.
need Derrick James. I ain't gonna lie. If he
I
had
think
Derrick
that would
James,
be a good
because
matchup for him. We said
Derrick
Malik.
James can do the fundamentals shit for him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he ain't gonna take away what he do good. He gonna
Yeah.
add to it, and what he do bad, he gonna take that away. He gonna he ain't the way he do bad. He ain't gonna worry about that. He gonna worry about what he do good and make it better. Like
Yeah.
all that, what you do bad, what you doing bad, we gonna make that better and take what you do good away. No, you can't do that, bro. You got a
Yeah.
whole different fighter when you do that.
Yeah. I feel like Malik Scott has had enough time with Wilder for me to say that I'm not big on him as a trainer. Now, most people are like, well, he might need more time. But he's had what, 2 years with Wilder, and he's only gotten worse. To me, that kind of tells me as a trainer, you're like you said, you try to change him, and then you're not willing to see that that change isn't who he is, and that you need to go back to the fundamentals of making him more of a dog. Incur that, yes, set up that big right, using your jab, using your feints. You know what I mean, to set that right hand up. But he hasn't even taught him any of that. Go to
Right,
the fucking body. Can you
right,
imagine that guy hitting somebody with a right to their
right,
fucking liver?
yeah,
God damn, that's over with.
right.
And I don't know if I've ever seen Wilder go to the fucking body.
I
He
did
is he is
fight
a
the
headhunter.
fight, stabbing at the body. The second, what was the second? Oh no, the third one. The third fight. He was stabbing at the body, but it was only lasted so long till he went back to the old him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Man. But look, we got some big, big fights. Now, you got any more news? I don't have much more news besides, the sad news that we got. And then, the Wilder news that you had for us there.
I really ain't got no news until it get the popping to with the when shit get the fights get the popping. There really ain't no
Yeah.
news because it seems like everything is back to back right now. So we just anticipating the fights right now. We waiting on the fights now. We
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
August with it. I don't remember this going on. It been
Yeah.
this going on. We got Shakur, Keyshawn and them fighting. They said Dula Mason should be on that card. Now that's a prelim either. So
God damn. Thank you, ESPN.
yeah, so we come heavy. So it really ain't no news yet. The biggest news I feel like was if Canelo lose tonight, you know what I'm saying, and that Ryan Garcia,
Yeah.
and then
Let's get into that.
and then with
Canelo Munguia. Does Munguia have a chance
see, I
against
don't
Canelo?
know him. I can't sit here and lie and be like, yeah, I don't know. I've never seen him fight. I don't know who he fought. I'm not up on him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
What they fighting at 168?
yeah, uh, uh, Canelo came in at 166 and Munguia came in at 167. This is only Munguia's second fight at 168. He was originally a one, was he 165 or 160, somewhere around that before that. Munguia, the only fight, now I've watched a lot of Munguia fights. The only fight that I've been super impressed with him by was the Dermanchenko fight. It was his biggest test. Dermanchenko is a puncher, a volume puncher too. Munguia took pretty much it, he was losing the early parts of that fight. He was getting hit with big shots. He wasn't going down. He showed he had a chin, but he can't. In my opinion, he couldn't take those same shots from Canelo. Canelo would lay him down if he allows his chin to be that exposed. His footwork is slow. Works right into Canelo's hands.
Yeah.
Canelo is he'll eat that up. If the guy can't move, Canelo's gonna back him down the whole fucking fight. So he better be. Now he did kind of show against Dermanchenko he can fight off his back foot, but like I say, he's not fast. So he gets caught. You know what I mean, with big left or big right. You know what I mean, trying to concentrate on backing up and his guard. So the only thing he has on his side is youth. Can his youth? Can he be the guy who beats the bet? Now, he don't deserve this fight. I'll get into that. He doesn't deserve it. It's a cherry
We
pick.
know who deserves the fight now.
Yeah. Now, when that's what pisses me off to hear Canelo sit here and talk and tell everybody how Jaime deserves this fight. But this is only his second fight at 168. Outside of Dervinchenko, he's fought fucking no one. No one. He passed on the Boo Boo Andrade fight. He ain't won no part of Charlo. He passed on that fight. These are all two fights he could have had in the prime of his career.
I don't
He
think
passed
Canelo
on
like
both.
motherfuckers he know can move.
He don't. That's why he makes that ring small. I've been asking everybody all week. Does anybody know the size of this ring? Because nobody calculates that into Canelo. He brings a smaller ring so that he can walk you down and make you fight his fight. That's why he doesn't want a guy like David Benavidez who's mobile. You can't force him into a corner. You can't force him to
Don't
fight
care
off the
about that
ropes.
ring. Small. He want to fight in a small ring too.
Bring it to the middle. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fight you in the middle. You're not backing me up. You're not going to make me fight off the ropes. You're not going to beat my arms up and then go into Canelo mode late in the fight. Like,
he ain't faster. He ain't throwing them combinations like he gonna throw. So it's gonna be hell on. It's gonna be hell on.
Now, that's what's going to make this fight even more interesting. I favor Canelo to win, but if you want to make some money, bet on Munguia to win the fight because there's a lot of it's like plus 700.
We know that.
You can't lose that money. Like that's like put 10, 15, 20 bucks on that fight. You might, win you a good little amount of money. If you got some money, throw about 100. Munguia wins that motherfucker. You can make some money off of him. But to me, the real show is going to be after the fight because David Benavidez is going to be there.
Oh yeah,
made it clear. He was on a flight headed to Canelo, headed to Las Vegas.
Hey,
he's going to be there, and he'll get in that ring. Yeah. He's going to make the Saudis want that fight so bad that they'll pay what the fuck ever Canelo wants.
Hey, you know what though? Not to cut you off, but it's one fight I might bet on. It's two that I might bet on just to throw some little money on there. It's the Frank Morin and the Tank, because I know Frank gonna be the underdog, even though I got Tank winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna win no money with Tank. You know how that shit go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then if Shakur and Tank win, I know Shakur gonna be the underdog. I'm betting on that for sure. With Shakur.
So you think Shakur and Tank are gonna fight each other?
They gotta fight.
You think it's inevitable? It's gotta happen.
Man,
you been
going at
think this year?
Huh?
Think this year?
It will be amazing. I think if Shakur do a good performance on this fight and Tank win this fight, it can happen.
That's a lightning fight, guys. I'm still favoring Tank. I'm not going against Tank.
Them both my boys, man. But it's like I'm just
I've been a Shakur advocate, but
I think Tank might, if he touch Shakur where Shakur ain't never been had. Shakur ain't never see everybody say like, oh, defense, but what happens when you get touched how you ain't never touched before?
It's never been answered. We've never seen Shakur get hit. We don't know how his chin holds up. That's why I favor Tank, because Tank's going to hit you.
He going
at one point. Unless you are just a master defender.
I don't know why Shakur think Tank ain't gonna hit him. Like, why you what?
I mean, he's confident in his defense, obviously. I mean, we see that. I mean,
if you ain't got that power that's gonna keep Tank off of you, which we done seen it, he's coming.
Yes.
He would take some punches you throwing. He would let you hit him. He's coming.
Yeah.
No, you don't hit hard enough. And he got a nice chin on him, bro. Dude got a nice.
Oh yeah. So, we saw him get caught by Ryan, and then
we seen him get caught numerous of times, bro. So
Pitbull Cruz caught him a couple times.
Man, Warriors at 140.
Mario,
you know what I'm saying? So
Rolly hit him with one good punch before he went into he got hit with just that was amazing. I love that.
Tank get hit. That's the point. But what's Shakur?
Because
And these both my guys, but I think Tank gonna win, but I'm going with Shakur if the money line right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna put too much, but yeah. And
Man,
then
how do you think that money line would come out? Tank obviously the favorite.
yeah, of course.
You think?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That'd be a tough one,
They
man.
better
It's
not
gotta
do
be
no
on like
damn Earl
Viva.
Spence. They better not do no Earl Spence and
Oh
Terry.
yeah, put it same
That shit
respect.
was
Yeah.
bullshit. That was
Yeah.
bullshit. I ain't never seen nothing like that, bro. I was so
Mhm.
pissed. I was so pissed about that. Like, what? So y'all saying now y'all saying Bud is the Spence is the underdog out of all this shit y'all been talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I can't bet. I'm not betting. Like what? Because I knew Crawford was gonna win. You feel me?
Oh
And
yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted the bet to be the odds to be with him because I feel like the odds would be more. You will
Yeah.
win more with him, but they talking about Earl Spence with man, yeah, they racked up that night because I know a lot of motherfuckers lost a lot of money betting with that boy.
Oh yeah. On my schedule. Trying to find my schedule here.
But yeah, see the
Oh yeah,
Canelo.
here it is. Oh yeah, you were speaking of Mario Barros. He is on the card tonight. He'll be going up against the undercard of this is really interesting to me because
What
the one fight that I'm looking for, Mario Barros is going to be fighting. I got it here on my Mario Barros will be going up against Fabian Madonia.
is he an
That should
upcoming
be a pretty
fighter?
good. They're both only 2 losses. You got 28-2 for Barros, 22-2 for Madonia. They're saying that's going to be a good little fight. That's the co-main event on that card. But the fight that I'm looking the most forward to is got to be Stayonis coming back into the ring. I don't know. A lot of people don't know much about him. He's a
Yeah.
good fighter, but he's been out for like 2 years. I really don't know why. That has nothing to do with health with him. He was scheduled to fight Virgil Ortiz like 3 times, and each
Mhm.
time Virgil couldn't make the weight. He's put in the hospital, health issues. So all 3 of those fights fell through, but he's never scheduled another fight, and it's like 2 years later, and he's about to go up against the hell's that guy's name? Uh, he's a 4-time amateur gold medalist, Gabriel Mistro. He's 6-0, and that's going to be for the WBA welterweight title. So did Crawford vacate his belts?
Yeah, most likely.
He
He
had
on
to because that's
he
welterweight.
on 154 undisputed. He said
Yeah, and I think if
he
I'm
on
correct, they're Barrios is fighting for the WBC welterweight title, intern belt.
intern. Yeah, I hate them intern belts.
Yeah, it makes no fucking
Get
sense.
that shit out of here.
It's like here's a participation trophy.
And then they always don't even fight for the belt. But hey,
No, exactly. And then I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, that Stanonis fight to me against Maestro is going to be a hell of a fight. I think that's a good to see what Stanonis does 2 years out of the ring. He's a really, really good fighter. If you get a chance to go look at some of his videos today, check him out to kind of get updated on him.
yeah.
But it's one of those guys 2 years out of the ring, you
Oh,
forget about. But also this week, man, I want to talk about that Inoue versus Nery. Now I know you haven't got the opportunity to watch Inoue, and a lot of Americans have not had that opportunity. One of the biggest talks is should he come to the U.S. and expose himself, show the U.S. who he is? Because when I say special, special, this guy is special, bro.
oh, you right. You come to the U.S. Come on, man. It's
But
all right. You come here, man. Come
but
on.
here's the thing: if you're selling out Tokyo, the stadium in Tokyo, the way he's selling it out, I think it's like 60, 70,000 fucking people every single time he fights there. And everybody's coming to you. Is there a reason to go anywhere besides just
Yes,
to get
you
your
gotta
name
come
out
to
there,
the. You
to
gotta come
branch out?
to the U.S., man. You gotta come to the U.S., man. You got to.
Yeah.
Pacquiao
Now,
did. All sorts of other people did it.
yeah,
Tim,
yeah,
Tim Zoo did it. Like
yep,
you
yep,
got to come here, man. It don't
yeah,
matter. All right, you selling out over there in your country, but you got to come to here, bro. You
Yeah,
got
get
up
that
here, bro.
exposure.
And we want to see, like, it could be all type of shit you doing over there in your land. Come over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Now, the interesting thing about his
You getting
opponent,
tested over that motherfucker?
well, the hand wrap questions that they
Yeah,
have about Japan.
yeah. That's probably
Now,
that's why
that's a
he
big
don't care
question.
about over here. And it's you getting tested over that motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Are they testing you?
Or
Well,
that's
Nery, well, they do test because Nery has fought over there 2 times. Now, this is information I got from Jack Kelly on. I was watching his show yesterday, and I was like, okay, that's interesting to know.
Jack
Nery's fought in
Kelly.
Japan 2 times, right? The
How he
first time,
fight? You know?
what is it?
How did he do on this fight? You know?
The first time he fought over there, he came in overweight.
No, no, no. I'm talking about Jack Kelly. Didn't one he supposed to have a
Oh
fight?
no, May 25th. May 25th. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's doing sparring this morning. I was talking to him last night. He's doing some sparring this morning and shit.
Shout out
But
to him.
yeah, Nery's been to Japan twice. The first time he went over, he came in overweight and beat one of their big time champions.
Yeah.
Then the second time he fought over there, he failed a drug test and beat one of their main champions. So he was banned from Japan for years. But now, and this is actually pretty crazy. Now they're like, oh yeah, 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 you can come back, but we're gonna feed you to the monster. And I think they know that Nery's gonna get embarrassed, and Japan has bad blood with Nery, so they want to see him get destroyed by Inoue. Uh,
Man,
I think
I'm
I think
just
Inoue's
all
gonna
the karate kung fu movies and shit I done seen. I was just this shit. Bring your ass over here, man. Y'all probably putting shit in people in
oh yeah,
water.
well,
Man, come over here, man. Just come over,
overseas the
prove me wrong.
rules are a little different,
Yeah,
and we know that they kind of bend them a little bit over there. That they'll be like, oh, paint chips are good for you. You all right? Eat those. And we're like, what? Can't be eating no paint chips. It got lead in it. No, 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 no. It's good for your body.
yeah.
You'll be all right. You walk it off. you know. But I agree. He has to come to the States. Number two, what is his weight limit? How high can he go? Can he
Where,
get to 135 and fight Tank?
where he
Or
at
would
right?
that happen? He's at 126,
Where he
126,
where he start off at?
108.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Test him. Test him. I don't fuck. Something ain't right. Test. Let me get that test, man. Let me get that test, bro.
Well,
No,
my thing is, I don't think he can get to 135, but I think he could make a catch weight
I mean
around
126.
130.
What is
130.
that bad? And I ain't gonna lie, bro. You seeing Tank? Oh my god, no man, no Diddy, man. That boy in shape, bro. I ain't
Yeah.
never seen man in that shape that he in right now. Like, bro, you can see it. Like, he inky as fuck. He got hella tattoos, but you
Yeah.
like the six. Like, I ain't never seen Tank with a highest pack looking right now. I ain't,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna send you this. He just put like a little video up, bro. I'm gonna send it. I was gonna send it to you, but I'm gonna send it to you, bro. Or if you got IG, you could just go to his
Mhm.
Instagram, bro. And what, bro? You gonna be like, oh yeah, bro. He in shape. Remember the last video I
Yeah.
showed, bro? He in shape, bro. Bro, dude is in shape, bro. He probably can make 130.
That's what
That's
I'm saying. If you make that fight at 130,
focus. Like it's a focus. A different. It's something different right now.
yeah,
But I mean, let dude. I wouldn't say that right now. Let him let him get his feet wet. If he could go to 130, he came up all in weight classes, But Asians, they know how to like that weight. Like they know how to the shit they eat. They really gonna be little. Like so. How old is he?
shit, I'm not for sure.
But I feel like shit. If he 126 right now and he dominating that, he could come on up. Shit, keep coming. Pacquiao did.
I know he's in his 20s. He's not old.
Oh, okay, yeah, he probably got room. He should have room, bro. If he demolishing people like that, he probably and they know how to shrink that size, bro. They know how to make him small. He probably he probably is a 130, 135er, bro. You never know with that shit over there, bro.
I think 135 would be advantage Tank.
But I'm just saying, you never know with this shit over there, bro. Cause he just destroying shit like that, not taking nothing away from him. But come on, man, they know so shit. They ahead of like shit us so far that he probably is naturally a 130, 135 pounder.
Yeah.
They probably try to shrink him, make him small. Man,
like
I don't
they be
trust.
doing with the
I don't
they be
trust
doing that with the females' feet over there because
when
they
it
don't
comes
like the
to
female
sports.
feet all big.
Like I'm saying, all the kung fu movies and shit I done seen, and that's they history and shit. I can't put nothing past them that they don't know what they're doing and they're not tricky or cheating. I just can't put it past them. Like
Yeah,
why y'all don't want to come over here to Mecca of who everybody want to fight in America?
that is a little suspicious on why they don't want to bring him over here.
Yeah,
I mean, we have a great relationship with Japan. The U.S. does.
yeah,
So it wouldn't be hard. It's not like you got to go through some visa shit or you have to go through, you know, you have to go like it's not like he's North Korean
yeah,
and he wants to come to the US and then we don't allow like no, we can't. You know, I mean, there's no like Cuba, stuff like that used to be
yeah.
forever. If you were from Cuba, you couldn't fly here and we couldn't fly there, whatever. But there's no stipulation stopping him from coming over to the US. Uh I think to really get his name out there, to really get people to because number one, nobody in the US is getting up at 4 a.m. to watch that fight. But nobody else is getting up at that time. I have to be to work at 6, so I'll get up at 4 and hopefully catch
Yeah, I'll
as
be
much
up
as I
too.
can before
I'll
6
be up.
a.m.
I get up at
Yeah,
4:30.
and I
Yep.
might call my job at like 6 o'clock, like I'll be here about 7
Yeah.
o'clock. You know what I mean? So I can hopefully catch that fight. But yeah, I mean, I'll get up for it, but 99% of the people out there are not in the US, they're not getting up. Even boxing fans are like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get up at 3 a.m. to watch a fucking fight in Japan. So you're alienating a fucking massive amount of fans. And you're just like, well, who cares? We got Japan. That's all he needs. That's their thought. Well, we only need Japan. I guess he could fight his whole career over there. And with as good as he is, I think Tank would get on a fucking plane and fly over there any day of the week and wouldn't hesitate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he
I
shouldn't have to do that.
my my advice to fighters, if you're gonna go over there ahead of time. Don't go over
Oh,
there
yeah.
2 months. Go over there, breathe the air, give yourself 90 days.
Do your whole fucking training
Like,
camp over there, in
I'm
my opinion.
take your own food.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your own chef.
Yeah.
Don't none of they shit. Don't drink they waters. None of that. Don't
Yeah.
do nothing. None of
Just
that.
go over. Yeah. I think if you're fighting in Japan, you got to go and do your whole fucking training camp over there.
Tank will go over there. Don't anybody Shakur, any of them boys will go over there.
Mhm.
But what I want them to go over there is it smart for them to go over there? No. Bring your ass over here. We big dogs over here, and this where it's at. Like
Yeah.
all at Japan and shit. And that's why I keep saying like they keep putting him as okay, pound for pound. That's cool, but pound for pound is over here. Ain't no pound for
Yeah.
pound. Man, Tim Zooey ain't gonna be pound for pound just beating motherfuckers up, or cause he in Australia, he gonna have to come over here, get a fight over here,
Yeah.
then yeah, pound for pound. Like
And he
then
did
like
that, and then he's gonna come
your weight
back.
classes you
Yeah.
fighting in, ain't nobody really in them. Like you feel me? Like you
Yeah.
really
Yeah. There's like
come
right
on, man.
now he's fighting Nery because Nery is literally the only fucking guy he can fight right now in
Yeah,
that division. Like
yeah.
literally the only
Time to
name
move up.
that
Go
you can put him
130.
up against. Yeah, it's
Go
time to go to 130, and there's tons to do at 130 now.
go to 130.
Foster, fucking, I mean, Navarrete, who is at 135, but can also move back down to
Ray
130. He's a
Savage.
champion.
Ray
Fucking
Savage.
sad. You also got all the champions in there. I forget. Now I'm going blank on all the guys. That Shushu Carrington, is he at 130?
Yeah. He went
Yeah.
126.
Now, and that's a fight people have talked about. Shushu, didn't you
No,
bring
that's
that
what
up?
I had talked about. We
Yeah, you saw. And then we seen it on
don't
TV.
get
Didn't you?
upset.
When you like, look at these motherfuckers.
That's the fight I talked about.
Yeah, yeah. you mentioned that, and I said it was a little too soon for Shushu,
Yeah,
in
but
my opinion.
we both. I said it's too soon, but game, and I forgot dude that was with Fight Hype. He on Sean Porter show, and he give him 2 years. I'm like, damn, did he listen to what I was saying? Like,
They
motherfuckers
probably creeping
sneaky,
on us.
sneaky
Some
take.
motherfucker.
It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I
I,
mean, I
I
listen
think
to all kinds of
think
different
we
shows.
could go back to our shit when we
Mhm.
talked about that, and he just brought that up the end of last month. I talked
Yeah.
about it like in February. So like, but anyway, shout out to
Yeah,
him.
you talked about it the fight week
Yeah,
that he was fighting, you talked about.
yeah, and
Was it
I'm.
you
What
said you'd
about
never
him?
seen
I
Inoue?
said I was
Yeah,
asking you. I said, so what about him and Shushu? You was like, it might be too early. I'm like, nah, not right now. Give him a couple years, let him get his feet wet, and then yeah, because I was like, yeah, Shushu said something about him fighting him, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to see that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So,
yeah,
but dude took it there. I don't know if he probably had been listening to our shit, man. You got to watch these guys, but it ain't
yeah.
nothing wrong with it though. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it
Because
on. Yeah.
I take some people's shit too and bring it to it, but
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
I've
watch
voiced
shows
I
through the
voiced
week,
my
listen
weight.
to other people's opinion and shit
Yeah,
like that. I
I'm
do the
voicing
same
my
thing, and
weight,
then
but it seemed like he took my whole shit though. Like,
yeah, like just
it's
it
cool
says
though.
that, and you're like, hold on, man,
Yeah, it's
that's
cool
exactly
though. He
what
could
I
have gave
said.
us a shout out though if you listening, my guy. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. Anybody reuses, just give us a shout out, like
Yeah,
the
man.
information I told you about
You
Nery.
you
You
can
know,
copy my test. Just make sure that when you copy it, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you
yeah.
remember where you got the test from, man. You got
Yeah,
the answer.
exactly. I gave Jack Kelly love for Nery's the information we, knew about Nery and his relationship with Japan. You know, I
We all
repeated that, but I made sure I let Jack, hey,
Nah,
that
we
kid,
always do that. When I tell you, like, yeah, I
you know,
heard from Sean Porter, Porterway podcast, they was talking about, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he did or didn't, or he could have just been thinking like me. They say two great
yeah,
minds think alike, so, ain't no telling.
yeah,
But I did say that months before.
yeah. I give a shout out to Dan Rayfield for his he's the one that dropped that Garcia uh information, and he's a good dude. I don't know if you know much about Dan Rayfield. He's pretty well known. He kind of speaks his mind. Like
Yeah,
said, but he's very, very, very well educated. Check him out on Substack and shit like that. He also has his own podcast. I go on his shit, man. He provides a lot of fight information. You know what
yeah.
I mean? He's very like minded, but he was the one that dropped that. That's what made me believe that Brian is guilty because Dan Rayfield doesn't release something that he's not 100% sure about.
Yeah.
So being reported from him
I
is what
feel
made
like
me.
Ryan guilty too, though. I mean, but he guilty until proven innocent. I mean, innocent until proven guilty. But right now it's guilty until proven innocent because it came out that you was dirty. So it's
Hmm.
guilty until proven innocent, which you got
Yeah.
to prove your innocence, my guy. And like, man, I don't know, but
I just want to see
it's
one
so
time.
much shit with that though. Like, bro, you could have fought a better fight anyway, Devin Haney. I done seen somebody fight somebody on steroids and like it's so much shit that
Well,
comes with that.
yeah.
I'm still not gonna give you the excuse, even though it's an excuse with it. I can't give it to you like that. Like I
Oh,
can't
well,
call a bad fucking fight, no matter what.
yes,
Call a
yes, yes,
bad
yes.
fight, bro.
He diverted from his game plan the minute he got hit with that big left. He was like a deer in headlights after that, looking, like, oh man. I think he knew I can't take that left. That's a little too strong for me. But that takes me to the fight last week, Jose Ramirez versus Bartholomew, I think is his last name. The difference in what I saw in Devin Haney getting hit with a big shot, going down and never really recovered from that shot the entire fight. And he diverted from his game plan. Got him out of his rhythm. He didn't fight his fight. He fought terrible, in my opinion.
Yeah, he
Then
fought.
Jose Ramirez gets hit with a big shot, big left over and over and over last week, right? To the point that I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's gonna get knocked out. But bro, he never diverted from his game plan. He got hit with that left, moved forward, but still became the more aggressive fighter the entire fight. Got hit with big left, stumbled, bam, bam, would go right back in. The difference in, staying on track. Like Ramirez was getting hit with big shots, but he stayed on his game plan to be the more aggressive fighter, take that punch, and I'm going to start landing mine and breaking this guy down. And he did that in the later rounds. And then But like we said, sticking to your like not getting it kind of shows a mind strength, right? You know that the guy you're fighting just hit you with a big left more than one time in a fight, and he's hurt you every time he hits you with it. But instead of like, oh well, now I got to fight off my back foot, and now now I can't be aggressive. Now I've got to look out for that punch. You know what I mean? That's what Haney did. He got hit with that left, and instead of doing what Haney does, like okay, let's box this out. He started okay. Now he was afraid of that left hand, and completely threw his whole game off. So I think it's a mental thing for Haney. I think we might see not only Haney's chin as a weakness, but how we'll see how he bounces back from this loss. You know what I mean? As far as his mental, because there's a lot more to being able to get back in that ring
I
after
think it's
taking that
mental
type of
good,
loss.
bro. I think it's mental good. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I
feel like he's strong when it comes to his religion and his faith and all that, and that gives him a lot of strength. I see
think
that
it's
in him.
good, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I think
I think it's mental good. It's always gonna be like you always gonna feel some type of way when you lose. But I think it's mental because just seen him. I guess he did an interview with somebody, and
on
how he
ESPN.
talking.
Yeah.
He is talking like I feel like his mental good. Like I don't feel like his mental went nowhere. It's embarrassing because you lost. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. But now this probably just boosted his confidence up. Like I knew he couldn't fuck with me, man. It was something.
Not that. I mean, the guys who have fought 6 times and they split it, and then this fight was one-sided pretty much because I don't care what anybody. The early rounds, the rounds that Ryan wasn't landing big punches, Haney was taking those rounds. But as soon as it got past the 7th round, Haney was done for. It was just an ass whooping from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th round, and he did a little bit in the 12th round, but 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, he just got his ass whooped.
I wonder how
You
Derek
know,
James felt about this fucking news. You know, he don't really like talking. Like,
we said it, and we're gonna say it again. You heard it on Bourbon and Boxing. Number one, you heard me say that I thought Ryan was on motherfucking enhancing drugs. I said it. He was too big. His fucking bone structure, everything changing about the dude. I
definitely
was like,
did.
hard on that shit. Right. Then all of that, who cares? Wasn't the way
Your mic
oh
is just sounding like underwater.
shit.
There you go. Let me see.
About hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. But we said that we could see Derek James separating from Ryan, right? After this fight. Even with the win, do you think he still makes that choice
No, I don't
with
think he
the
separate.
Errol Spence situation? You don't think he does?
Nah, cause Derrick James ain't that type of dude, man. He ain't that type of dude. More I hear him talk, he don't give a fuck about that. He don't give a fuck about what Ryan doing. He gonna do what he gonna do. He gonna tell him what he gonna tell him. But that's your choice. I
Yeah,
put work in. I did what I did for you. Now it's time for you to go fly, motherfucker.
yeah,
I'm about to push you out this nest. Now it's time for you to fly. And,
yeah,
and then if you do lose, I'm gonna tell you the reason why, motherfucker. Like this is why. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he did that with Earl Spence too, and that's what made them separate, even though it's the money thing too, 5 million. But damn, I'm like, damn, Earl, you ain't gonna get that man this money.
yeah. I
Fuck,
mean, it's gonna be hard for him to really get that money,
why?
because it wasn't contracted.
All
It
one
was
contracted?
no, he was contracted to get 10% of Spence's entire contract that he signed with, I guess, PBC.
Yeah. So what he?
Why he would do that, I don't know. Like,
But I think
I mean,
coaches get 10%. Period.
yeah,
Anyway.
and well, I think that they said most coaches, like even your best, get like $335,000 or something like that,
Yeah.
like 330, 400,000, somewhere around that. And he did make that much. He made like I think 500,000 off of that Spence fight or off the Crawford fight. But he, I don't know.
Oh, pause. So you telling me Errol Spence only made 5 million? Cause
No, no.
that's what I'm saying. So how he only get paid 500,000?
I mean, what did I thought? What did he? I know he made more than Crawford on that fight, didn't he? He was the A side. You know, we didn't see. We knew he wasn't the A side, but Boxing World wanted to make him
Yeah,
the A side.
that's why I don't
Uh,
know that and shit. If he was the A side, how the fuck? the odds was fuck all that, but
Yeah. I mean, he was offering $5 million to Derek James off of that fight. That he was going to give him $5 million from the Crawford fight,
yeah,
according
but
to what the
he
text
voted.
message said.
I would have gave my coach $5 million if I made.
If you made, I think he made like 20 plus million off that fight.
Oh, he made 20 plus million. Well, I would have gave him 2 million.
2-3 million easily.
Yeah,
But according to, and I don't know, but
that coaching
the
shit.
reason I don't
Yeah,
think
boy,
Derek
they
James
don't.
wins the lawsuit is because he didn't have it stipulated in his contract, as far as I know, that he would also get extra money from the fights. Like, to me, like, yeah, you're going to sign that contract saying I get 10% of your contract. But then, if you're making all that extra money on revenue and marketing and ticket sales and pay-per-view, I want 2% of that too. I want 12% over. I want 10% of the contract, 2% of
You
your
man,
ticket sales and marketing and shit
you
like that.
fighter, man. You got to look out for your coach, man. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
especially if you got a good coach, man, one that
look out
is
for your
is
coach, man.
yeah,
Like, come on,
he's making you as much as you're making yourself.
come
You know what I
on.
mean?
Man. You
You
got
always
that.
gotta have that dude
Bitch,
behind
I'm
you.
in this gym before you get here, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's the truth. They're in there way before their fighters get there, opening, getting shit going. But I mean, hopefully they can settle this out of court. I don't see them being able to go back
I
to a
don't see Errol
relationship
Spence
after
doing
this.
that. Errol Spence one of them one type motherfuckers, bro. He's stuck in his ways. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see that. Like he's going to do what he wants to do. But I don't see, I'm not, an expert in law, but if it's not contracted, it's going to be hard. That word of mouth. He said he was going to give me 5 million. Well, he don't have to. He just said he was going to. You don't have anything in writing that he signed to say that I will give you this money. If you don't have that in a court of law, that's kind of hard to prove. Just word of mouth. Oh, well, I got a text message. A text message doesn't. That's not like a signed, sealed, delivered thing. Like you had, get that shit notarized and all that other bullshit. Like, yeah, we both signed this stipulating that I would get this money. He don't have anything in writing as far as I know. So that's going to be hard to prove anything in court that he owes you $5 million.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is absolutely nuts, man. Not much more to talk about. Been one of those weeks, man, with the Ryan Garcia thing.
Mm-hmm.
Being the big news of the week, kind of overshadowing the Canelo Munguia fight. But we know on this show, Big Spade ain't really a big fan of Canelo. So he's like, we're just gonna kind of skip over this week. You know
I
how
just
much
don't
we're gonna
know the
skip
guy
over
he
this week?
fighting either. It ain't interesting. Like, what can I say? I don't.
Yeah, he is his main cards are usually snoozers, in my opinion. I'm not a big Canelo fan either. But we want to start going live with main events. But
Yeah,
I think we want to start with Fury and
contact.
Usyk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fury Usyk, May
Man,
18th.
we can start off with Cabosis and
Man, I don't like Kambosa enough.
okay,
I
okay,
don't like Kambosa enough, man. I
okay.
don't think he's a main event guy. Like
Yeah, nah, he got beat twice.
Loma's
Same.
gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, he got beat twice with the same punch. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm not big on Kambosa, so I don't.
yeah,
We're
we
gonna
can
go
start
live first. We're
Fury.
gonna hit that big
Fury.
show,
That'll
that
be the
unified heavyweight division. Fury Usyk banger, baby. That's gonna be fire. That's
yeah,
when we're gonna go live for you guys for the very first time on Bourbon and Boxing. We're gonna
yes,
do it
sir.
during the main event, not the whole card. That's a long ass motherfucking day.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
jump on there, main event,
yeah.
bullshit with you guys, talk about the fight as it's going on, give you our opinion, go live, join us for sure, man. I love interaction. I go on other shows and interact on their live. You know what I mean? Number one, it's under Bourbon and Boxing all through YouTube. So when
Yeah,
they read our questions, they go, Bourbon and Boxing said, Bourbon
yeah,
and Boxing this, Bourbon and Boxing, Bourbon and Boxing. So
yeah,
it's a good exposure for us because
yeah.
then anybody in that chat's going to go, well, who's Bourbon and Boxing?
Right.
And then they jump over to our site. So I like doing that, interacting. One, it's fun, especially if you get a little bit of crowd because our questions will come up on the screen, and we can put their question up there or whatever they're talking about. Somebody said something that we agree with or something that we're like, okay, this is interesting. You can throw that up on the screen, pretty fun. But we're gonna give that a test on May 18th for the Usyk versus Fury fight, man. Big fight tonight, guys. Can Munguia do it? That's going to be the big question. I don't think he can. He's too slow footed. But Big Spade, we're going to let you shoot us out this motherfucker.
Man, you already know how I'm coming, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, I mean, show us some love on the bourbon and boxing. You know what I'm saying? Keep watching, keep listening. We going up and up and up and up like a rocket, motherfucker. So keep coming, joining us. Gonna get better and better as the fights get better. The show's gonna get better. That's all I gotta say, man.
Hell yeah. Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Radio, Facebook group Bourbon and Boxing. We're
Yeah,
on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on
let's go.
Twitter.
Let's
We're
go.
we're on Reddit.
Let's
Like
go.
wherever
I
we'll
went.
figure it out.
I
What?
went. I don't know what the fuck made me say that.
I know. I was thinking, man, YouTube channel. Do we not have? I was
I
getting
don't know what
confused.
made me say that. I'm thinking like, I don't know. Fuck it. I meant to say we about to take over YouTube. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, we doing all right. We moving up. Our
Yeah,
shit's getting right. We got people commenting on our shit. We had a
yeah,
dude. I'm trying to think his name. He said, "Man, I like the way you guys bark," and he subscribed to our shit. He said, "Subscribe." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I like that." He talked about a couple other things he commented on there. But yeah, we're getting people to start, interacting, commenting. Always make sure if interact with us, man. I love that. I'll respond to you as long as it's not stupid shit. I don't argue with people online. That
yeah.
ain't
We
worth
ain't
it.
arguing with no trolls,
I
bro.
don't argue with trolls. If you negative, take your negative ass on somewhere
If
else.
you
You having a bad
trolling, you just
day.
gonna be trolling
Don't
yourself.
come to our channel if you having a bad day.
You
Fuck off.
can have a
Trolling.
disagreement and all that, but don't
Yeah,
tell us
yeah,
one thing. You could give us advice. You could reach a topic that you probably want to hear us talk about, but don't tell us what to
yeah,
say, how to say it, and what we. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do
yeah,
that. We ain't with
yeah,
that.
yeah. And you can disagree, and I don't mind people disagreeing,
Yeah,
but
you disagree.
don't
Everybody.
make it like insulting where you don't have to insult people. Like I hate keyboard warriors. Don't be a fucking keyboard warrior.
Yeah, they gonna do it
There ain't
everybody.
nothing worse than that, bro. Like that just shows how big of a coward you are to sit behind a keyboard and think you're tough. Like, fuck out of here. Argue like a grown adult. But with that being said,
Man,
episode 60, Bourbon and Boxing, your host, the Chef Jeff, baby, and our guy.
big skate, big. I said skate, big spade, no
Boy.
this week. I'm off today, man. It's all
It's
right.
all right, man. We off on our regular day. We usually do this on a Friday. So
Yeah,
this is morning time for us. I ain't got my bourbon in me. You know what I'm saying? My dude's usually got a big ass thing of water. He ready to go. So yeah, but this is our morning. We're gonna pop this shit out. Hopefully, I don't know what time it is right now. I'm gonna try to get this up
12:45.
by 2 o'clock, man. Two
Yeah,
o'clock, get it up for everybody. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you guys have yourself a great day, man. Enjoy the fights tonight and enjoy the show, man. Thank you.
yeah.